The shady roof from different types of trees from the dedication of Luang Da Anek, the abbot of Wat Ba Sai Ngam, is one of the impressions for visitors. Yesterday evening, after they learned about Sergeant Wichai's efforts on planting trees for more than 30 years, Luang Da Anek kindly taught the novices to plant many kinds of trees.
การฝังกับฝังถมให้เพียงระดับพื้นเนี่ยกับระดับหลุมเนี่ยการที่สีกถุงเนี่ยก็ควรพิถีพิถันเนี่ยมันจะค่อยปอกหากมันจะบ่ขาดก็ซ้ำเล็กน้อยอ่อนๆเท่านั้นนะเขามันนอนอยู่อูลูกเขาดึงแขนลูกขึ้นมาโหลดนี่ล่องเบิ่งแขนมันบ่ขาดดอกแต่ว่ามันสิเดาะสิพิการอันนี้ก็คือการเขาคอยเฮ็ดเขาต้องคอยประคับประคองต้นนี่ลงบ่ให้หักขาดหักหยังเขาออกไปสักวันเอาออกก็เจ็บไว้อย่าสิถิ่มไปทั่วคันถิ่มไปทั่วก็เป็นมลภาวะอีกบัดนี้
Luang Da Anek led the novices along with the laymen and laywomen to plant saplings around Wat Ba Sai Ngam. Although the planting holes were flooded by rainstorms creating some struggles, the saplings were successfully planted in the prepared holes with the collaboration from the Buddhists. Some novices assisted Luang Da in planting trees. Many novices actively planted trees and helped one another. After sunset, Prat Ajahn and all 12 little monks did the monastic tasks at the study hall. The harmonious chanting was simple yet clear, showing that the novices could memorize the evening chant more fluently.
I am indeed the Sangha's servant. The Sangha is my Lord and guide. The Sangha is sorrow's destroyer.
At yesterday's Dhamma story session, Prat Ajahn showed them many of the pictures of Buddha's life. Prat Ajahn explained the first picture, which is the part when Buddha taught the Dhamma for the 3 hermits who has 1,000 followers altogether.
They believe that they are arhat, they believe that they're fully enlightened. So the Buddha passed by and then the Buddha, the Buddha is very young, right? So when they look at the Buddha, they say, oh, this is a young sage, what did he know? So they don't believe that the Buddha got enlightened. So the Buddha asked for a place to stay. So the Buddha asked them to stay, and then they give the Naka. You know what the Naka? The Naka house? The Naka is a big snake. It used to be the big snake where people go in and then maybe have a problem with Naka.
Prat Ajahn told the novices that the great Naga revealed his mighty flame, intending to threaten the Buddha. Therefore, the Buddha cast the mightier blaze, brightening the sanctuary.
The Naga can change to person too. So the Buddha have to perform psychic power to compete with the Naga. When the Buddha go into the deep samadhi, and he can manifest into many forms, and he fight with this Naga. Whatever Naga do, he can do better. So in the morning, when everything calm down and they come by and take a look, normally people just die when they go in the Naga. So you know what happened? Buddha is there, the Naga is gone. So they say, oh, what happened? What happened to the Naga? So the Buddha opened the lid. So see, the Naga is coiled up in the bowl.
Many of the novices asked Prat Ajahn lots of questions.
How did the Naka fit in the Buddha's bowl?
Ah.
It turned small and
Yeah, he turned into small naga and like a small snake, the naga, because he kind of compete with the Buddha.
Then Pratajan told the story how Uruvela Kassapa became faithful in the Buddha.
Kassapa afraid that if they know that Buddha has a power like that, then all of the people who come will go to the Buddha instead of him. So he had this thought in his mind. But the Buddha also can read thought as well. So the Buddha knows. Buddha doesn't want to basically compete and steal all these followers of Kassapa. So he kindly, on the special day, he just go around and then just have the meal by himself. So the next day, the Kassapa come and then ask, where were you yesterday? And the Buddha tell Kassapa that he can read the thought, and so he decided to have his meal by himself. So Kassapa said, "Oh, this monk is very generous. He doesn't want to compete with me. So his mind is softer, okay? But he still think I'm an arahant. Buddha is still not, he is still lower than me."
The last picture Pratajan kindly showed to the novices was Uruvela Kassapa and his 1,000 followers asking the Buddha for ordination, as they all admired the Buddha and his Dhamma.
His brother first, because when he throw away his thing to sacrifice the fire, floating away, so his two brother living nearby, they see all these things floating along the river. There's maybe something wrong with him, maybe some danger. So they come up to see his older brother. So his older brother tell them that the Buddha is a real, this is the Buddha.
Later on, the 3 hermits and their 1,000 followers had been ordained and became Arahan. All of them together with other Arahan, 1,250 in total, went to the Velawan temple in Rajagaha of Makata on the full moon day of the 3rd lunar month without being summoned. This phenomenon is observed as Makabusha Day. Once the activity ended, Pratajan concluded that the forest was the best place for practice, because all of the Buddha's life events since his birth, enlightenment, the first sermon, and until his death related to the trees. Then Pratajan brought the body leaves and asked the novices a Dhamma riddle.
So that's a handful of leaves. There's so many things in the world that you don't need to know it all. All you need to know is this Four Noble Truth.
Pratajan suggested the novices about the importance of meditation practice in the forest.
Okay, one thing about the forest is that it have a changing all the time. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
It's very uncertain, right? You can't predict, okay, because sometimes it's rain, sometimes it's shiny, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot. So when you live in the forest, you have to be with the nature, so you learn about impermanence, right? Sometimes they have to, the flooding come, the water come, so they will learn about the impermanence, suffering, and not self. So this is the 3 things that make you become noble.
After that, Pratajan let the novices to meditate and share their thoughts and feelings. The novices shared their experiences.
Okay, Ati, what are you thinking when you meditate?
I'm thinking of the white balloon, and
White balloon.
when I hear the bell, I let the white balloon go and then think of it float up to the sky.
Okay, is it peaceful? It help you it make you calm and peaceful?
When I meditate, I thought of helping a dolphin.
Think of what?
Of helping a dolphin.
Helping a dolphin. Oh, why? Well, we're supposed to be with the body.
I thought you said.
So when we meditate, okay, we beat the body. Okay, don't think of the future, past. Don't think of your parents. Don't think of your country. Okay, yeah. Don't think about anything. Just think about the body. Okay, the body at the present moment.
Throughout these 10 days of ordination, the novices have gradually learned, absorbed, and practiced to follow the Pratajan's teachings and behave properly. The novices still have a lot more lessons to learn in the remaining time. At the dawn of the 10th day after ordination, the 12 novices started the new day with the morning chant as usual. The chant is about the recollection of the triple gem, the truth and the circle of life. The morning chant is to reflect on the Buddha's teachings, inspect the cause and the end of the sufferings, and detach from worldly desires.
Rupang anicca, Vedana anicca, Sanya anicca, Sankhara anicca, Vinyanam anicca, Rupang anatta.
The novices recited the 10 precepts to remind themselves to be proper in the monastic manner. Then the novices meditated to focus their minds on the present moment and not letting their mind be taken over by emotion. Pratajan and the novices went for alms at Bantung Saingam community as usual. This morning, a number of Buddhists were waiting to offer alms at the tree tunnel. The alms round is a monastic routine which allows the monks to focus on their surroundings and see things in its true nature. The alms round also allow the laymen to start their joyful days by approaching the Dhamma and merit. Offering alms to the monks is a way to practice the Dhamma for Buddhists, to eliminate the stinginess and selfishness, to be selfless, and to preserve Buddhism. Most novices assisted Pratajan after their alms round. This morning, Pratajan taught how to ask to assist Luang Da Anek before he came to give sermons before the meal.
If Luang Ta come with the yam, so what do you do?
You tell Anjali and can I carry your yam, and then he will hand you the yam.
In Thai, right?
Okay.
ขอ
So
โอกาสได้ไหม
ขอโอกาส you can say ขอโอกาส
The novices helped one another to assist Luang Da Anek.
Every time Dad talk to you, how do you do?
Actually,
Every time, right?
Assisting or taking care of the teachers is one of the 14 principles that the novices learned from yesterday's lesson. Many novices volunteered to assist Luang Da Anek as he arrived. The novices gently offered water to Luang Da and paid respects to him.
Anjali Vanka Abhivat Ajariyo Menato Anjali Vanka Abhivat Ajariyo Menato.
Apart from that, some novices also gave Luang Da Anek a leg massage. Massaging the Buddha's hands, feet and back is one of the 5 assistances of Ananda, one of the Buddha's well-known disciples. Luang Da Anek talked, asked and gave sermons to let the novices realize and ponder by themselves.
ตื่นเช้าขึ้นมา ตื่นนอนขึ้นมา เราคิดอย่างไรตั้งใจไว้อย่างไงแต่ละวันแต่ละวัน
So Luang Por asks, when you wake up, what did you mind? What did you set of mind? What did you determine to do each day?
Wake up and now my child.
ก็ตื่นมาตั้งใจมาทำวัดเช้าของเรา
Wake up and go in the bed.
มาบิณฑบาตครับเตรียมบิณฑบาต You just wake up? You want to sleep already?
I want to sleep again.
เขาบอกว่าเขาตื่นแล้วเขาก็อยากนอนครับหลวงพ่อ
ดีเจคิดยังไง
So DJ, what do you think first thing in the morning? What do you like to do?
I like to brush my teeth, wash my face, I go Thai.
เขาบอกว่าตื่นมาก็ล้างหน้าล้างตาแปรงฟันแล้วก็มาทำวัดเช้าครับ
เราจะต้องทำอะไรนั่นเนี่ยให้ดีที่สุดที่เป็นประโยชน์ที่สุด เราก็จะได้รับความสุขจากความตั้งใจ
Okay, so Luang Por said that we should set up the principle. Every day we wake up, it's a new day for us, so we have a new chance. So we should set up the thing that we should do for the day. Anything that is helping other or inspiring, so you do that, and then you will receive the happiness as a result of your determination.
Luang Da advised the novices to meditate in a sitting posture before worshipping the triple gem and thinking of their parents.
กำหนดลมหายใจเข้าออกให้ตามดูให้รู้ลมเข้าลมออกมีสติจดจ่ออยู่ที่ลมหายใจ
Then try to focus attention on your in and out breathing. Try to follow the breathing in and out continuously.
Before the Dhamma conversations ended, Luang Da Anek reminded the novices the Dhamma from planting trees yesterday.
ต้นไม้จำเป็นกับชีวิตของเรานะ
So the tree is very important for our life.
ข้าวอยู่ในบาตรอาหารทุกชิ้นจะเป็นพืชพันธุ์ก็อยู่ในกลุ่มตระกูลของต้นไม้แต่ก็แยกประเภทให้ประโยชน์กับชีวิตของเรา
So like the thing in our bowls. A lot of things come from trees. Right? Even the rice that we have is special kind of plant tree that coming from the growing this plant.
Prior to having breakfast, Pratajan taught the novices how to sit in the correct posture during the meditation by using matchboxes. Pratajan let the mindful novices get the food first. Other novices still had to continue practicing mindfulness. Some novices volunteered to pour nambanat for their friends, showing their kindness towards others. After scooping the food, Pratajan and the novices recited the reflection on the meal.
ปฏิสังขายโยนิโสปินทบาตังปฏิเสวามิเนวาตวายานามัทายานามันตนายานาวิภูสนายา
This morning, Luangda Anek's teachings inspired the novices to value and utilize time wisely, to have purposes in doing everything, and to do monistic tasks successfully in order to achieve the true happiness in their lives. Before the learning session, the little novices took good care of their requisites as usual. As a result from the training, the novices became more faster in taking care of their utensils. Each of them applied the techniques taught by Pratajan in their own ways. Some of them took good care of the novices who had not finished their meal. Doing monastic routine together is the rule set by Ajahn Chah to uphold harmony in the Sangha community. Moreover, it is the time for Pratajan and the novices to interact. In the Dhamma practice session, the novices learned how to dye their saffron robes. Before the session started, Pratajan let the novices recite the reflection on the 4 requisites, which are clothing, food, shelter, and medicine.
ขายโยนิโสจิวรังปฏิเสวามิยาวาเทวาสีตัสสะปฏิฆาตายะอุณหาสะปฏิฆาตายะทังสมากาสะวาตาตปะสิริงสปะสัมภัสสานังปฏิฆาตายะยาวาเทวาหิริโกปินาปฏิชาธนาทัง Why is it reflecting? I use the robe only to ward off cold, to ward off heat, to ward off the touch of flies, mosquito, wind, burning and creeping things, only for the sake of modesty.
Pratajan shortly explained how to dye the saffron robes before leading them to do it for real. On the way to the yard, some novices were assisting Pratajan like they had been taught yesterday. At the beginning, Pratajan introduced jackfruit bark, the main ingredient to dye the saffron robes. Then Pratajan took the novices to absorb the processes as prepared. Dyeing saffron robes is not complicated, but it requires time and delicacy. The sap from the jackfruit core must be simmered and concentrated. The saffron robe dyed with jackfruit core must be washed by boiling jackfruit trunk sap only. Detergent is inapplicable when washing the robes, as it makes the colour fade and leaves an unpleasant smell. When hung to dry, it needs to be flipped back and forth to create the even colour. After Pratajan explained the steps, the novices tried dyeing the saffron robes by themselves, with close assistance from Pratajan. The saffron robe is an essential requisite for monks. Ajahn Chah taught the forest monks to be able to sew and dye clothes by themselves, as it is stated in the Vinaya. This activity reminds monks to be conscious of their behaviour and take good care of their saffron robes. Then Pratajan explained more about dyeing the saffron robes.
Okay, so when we dye and we let it dry, it will be like this. Okay, sometimes the first dye we might not got the right color, but we do it again and again. Every 2 weeks we dye like this again, and it's getting thicker and thicker. In the beginning it might be a little bit not so thick, but every 2 weeks we do it more and more. It gets thicker and thicker. Okay.
Normally, forest-dwelling monks make their own requisites by using skills, effort, and diligence to encourage self-reliance. Living a simple life and using basic requisites aims to build a sense of modesty and solitude. Learning Buddha's teachings through many activities for the past 3 weeks has instilled Dhamma to the novices' hearts. Dyeing the saffron robes is another special experience for the age of these novices. This is the halfway of the practice for the novices to be in the path of Buddhism. There are still more challenges for the novices to overcome. In the learning process session this afternoon, the novices learned the truth of time and the nature of light under the topic Beginning of the Light. Jack introduced Dr. Chayapong Rungsuwan, or Ajahn Frank, a lecturer from the physics department, Faculty of Science, Kongen University, who was the instructor this afternoon. Ajahn Frank discussed about light with the novices. Many of them shared their opinions.
I know that everyone knows light. Where's the light come from?
The sun or a light source, like the light.
Sun and light source? No input?
Fire.
Fire, oh, that's great, that's fire. How the sun produce the light?
Energy and the explosions inside the sun.
That's great. Any electric light need energy?
Then Ajahn Frank asked the novices the next question on the next topic.
To locate or to talk about the direction, what is the device or instrument that we use for it? To know the direction, what is the device or the instrument that we need? Sorry?
Compass.
A compass.
Ajahn Frank had the novices draw compasses. Once they finished drawing, Ajahn Frank asked more questions.
We want to make a compass ourselves. What do we need? Novice put?
I've made a compass before. Like one type is you need something with a higher buoyancy that can float on water, a needle, or a small metallic object and a magnet. So you just rub the metallic object on the magnet, put it on the floatable thing, and put it on the water, which will turn to the direction of north.
I put some water and put a needle that is magnetized onto a leaf, and the side that is magnetized will spin the leaf to the north.
Ajahn Frank provided coconut shells, water, needles, and leaves to each group. These are the materials to make the compasses. Everyone paid attention and tried to make the compasses by themselves. Even the novices had helped each other creating a compass. They still couldn't finish it. Ajahn Frank noticed that they were not able to complete the task, so he explained the right way to make it.
Hold the needle steady and rub the magnet only one direction. And going, touch and rub. Going and rub.
The novices followed Ajahn Frank's instructions, and they finally accomplished.
Yeah, we got it. Yes, we got it. It's slowly turning. It's going that way.
Oh, it's going fast.
It's that way, and it will stop because the north
this is north?
Oh, it changed
So you're telling me
a little
north is
bit.
over here, yeah?
Oh, we changed to
Yeah.
south.
And the south, them went that way.
Great.
Afterwards, Ajahn Frank discussed about the light and the shadow.
The shadow is changed depend on the position of the sun, right? If the sun is rising in the east. Where is the shadow? If we stand in the field,
West.
the shadow as it's going to the
West.
west. Okay, let me go next to the next activity. It's about the light and shadow.
Ajahn Frank allowed Ajahn Mon to be the instructor of the art from light activity and making the sundial.
I will give every one of you novice to get this piece of paper, and then I just want to ask you to use scissors to carefully and slowly cut this gray color out of this white paper, okay?
Once Ajahn Mon finished the explanation, the novices were so focused on cutting the papers. After cutting the papers, Ajahn Mon let the novices fold the papers in 90 degrees and attach them to the prepared card. The novices were asked about what they were making.
What did you say before you finish it? You mentioned something that the shadow
I said it
will...
was a skeleton.
Skeleton. And what else?
And maybe a triceratops.
And did you mention something about dinosaurs?
Yes.
All right.
Ajahn Mon demonstrated on how to use the cut pieces of paper, which impressed the novices a lot.
Where? I can't see it.
It's a face.
No, it's not Buddha.
It's
It's lost Buddha.
Oh my
Flip it
God.
back and she's sideways.
He also advised and showed the novices on how to make the sundial.
I start the process by drawing the picture of the Buddha first, and then I cut the shape out, but I have to leave some part that stick with the paper, stick with the base, right? And have to fold it about 90 degrees, and after that you can produce this kind of work.
Before the activity ended, Ajahn Mon explained about the things the novices had learned today, which were all filled with the Dhamma.
Sometimes you can see elephant, but sometimes elephant will disappear. For example, this is the morning, like 8 o'clock, and you see elephant. And after that, about 9, 10, 11, 12, elephant disappear. And in the afternoon, you see nothing, there is no elephant. For me, that is the beauty of nature. We cannot control it, we just let it go, and we have to be patient, we have to be calm and appreciate the specific moment. We shouldn't force the nature, we should live with nature, and let's share the same experience with life. We just enjoy life, we shouldn't control it too much.
Pratajan emphasized what the novices had learnt today, which would be very useful for the activities on the upcoming days.
The learning today about observation skills, direction, we can use to select places to sleep by observe sunlight and also the wind blows, so that we can be safe when we select residence to sleep. Okay, hopefully that they will use the skills today for next week training.
Novice Real and Novice JL were the representatives to thank Ajahn Frank and Ajahn Mon for sharing their knowledge today. For the past 3 weeks, the novices had learned, absorbed, and followed the forest monks' ways of life little by little through the worldly and Dhamma activities. These lessons made the novices grow and cultivate knowledge, Dhamma and proper manner within their mind. We would like to invite all Buddhists to an alms offering of dried food for True Little Monk, a wisdom training program for novices, at 6 a.m. at Wat Ba Sai Ngam, Ded Udom, Ubon Ratchathani. Please follow the summary of daily routine tomorrow at 9 p.m. Follow us worldwide streaming on www.truelittlemonk.com and Facebook True Little Monk. The dual language broadcast is available on True Vision Channel 60 and 99 and True Vision HD Channel 119 and 333 and True Lukbanya Channel. The dual language broadcast is accessible 24 hours a day on True ID and True Lukbanya application. All episodes of the Daily Real documentary of True Little Monk are available on YouTube.